The Rodriguez Show.
And we are back on The Rodriguez Show, and we have our final guest for the episode. She's returning with the band. This is Frosty and the 5000’s.
Hey, what's
How
up?
are you?
Hey.
Good.
Pretty good.
How are you?
Good. I'm great. So I'm going to have you guys introduce yourselves one by one. Go ahead and start on this side.
Hi, I'm Robin and I play the flute.
Hello, my name is Val and I play guitar.
Hi, my name is Nicole. I play drums.
What's up? My name is Frosty, and I am the MC. Shout out to the 5000’s. Hey.
Kids are cheering for the 5000’s.
Nice. Yeah, 5000’s are for the children.
So how's your summer been for everybody?
Fucking kick ass.
Yeah?
Oh, yes.
Hey.
How was
Too
How
short.
was your summer? It was a good one? You guys performed a lot?
I can't remember if I'm being honest.
Okay.
It was honestly a bit
That
of
means
a
it was
blur.
good.
I think that means it was good.
It was
Yeah.
great.
No, yeah.
So the project All Pulp No Fiction is out now. It just came out this past Monday on Indigenous Peoples Day. And we'll talk about the project in a second. But I want to tell you guys each tell your story of how you joined the group. How did you find the group? So we can start with anybody.
I think maybe Nicole should start because you're pretty much like one of the OGs.
Okay. So how did I meet you, Frosty?
I think through Abigail.
Abigail she was my
Pedazzo. Shout out to Abby.
elementary school buddy. We befriended each other because we were both Filipino, so it just made sense, you know.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Hey, you should play with this girl named Frosty." It doesn't sound like that. I don't know. But so she was just like, "You should play with her," and I was like, "Oh, okay." And this was in the middle of the pandemic.
Okay.
I think originally you wanted me to send what was it? You wanted me to send an audition tape. I was like, am I getting into Juilliard or something? But that didn't happen, and we ended up jamming and meeting up and having a really good time. Yeah.
Great.
I think that's how I remember it.
Yes. Shout out to B&B Studios, too.
B&B
That's where
Studios,
we
yeah.
met.
Brianna is
Yes, and Brianna is our bassist, and they're not here. But yeah, it was cool. I remember that meeting, and yeah, I think we just clicked right then and there. And it's cool to see another brown, person taking up space, and they've become a close homie.
And
So that's
I
cool.
didn't take too much space though. Not too much, just a little.
Just the right amount. Just the right amount.
Just the right amount.
Yeah.
What about the rest of you?
I guess after Nicole, I kind of joined in the band. I'm a great friend with B, our bassist, and they pretty much introduced me to Frost. So funny story, I met Frosty in the Frost, literally out in snow in Big Bear, and I just had my guitar with me. We were jamming, and I think after that, Frosty invited me to a jam practice, and I was like, okay, I'm down. Then after the jam, it went really well. She was just like, all right, so when's next practice? Oh, I guess I'm in the band. All right, cool. You're lucky I got time. And then I love the effort and the message that Frosty really brings out in the table. We don't hear a lot of that, so that's why I'm very much happy to be part of this organization, I guess. This group. It's not an organization.
This charity.
We're growing, manifest, speak it into reality.
That's great. Robin, what about you?
All right, so I guess I was kind of technically last to join.
Last but first.
But low-key first, because also B is responsible for me being in here. I mean, not responsible for me meeting Frosty. I'm so sorry. Okay. Because I had met Frosty at other shit, just around Orange County and stuff.
Nice.
Mainly because I was doing a lot of photography, just around, and her music was fucking wild. And I was like, yes, I like this. I want to listen to more of it. I want to be around as much of it as I can. And then Brianna was like, hey, yo, I'm playing bass with Frosty. You should come jam. And I'm like, okay, I have instruments, I have hands, let's do this. And actually, originally, I was gonna play keys here, but then just showed up and I had my flute, and was actually, this would be pretty convenient to bring places.
That is true.
And it's a fun sound to have in a band.
Yes.
And now we're here.
Nice.
Robin
Yeah.
is like a talking soundboard. Like she just makes like the funniest noises that perfectly describe every situation. So it's a pleasure to like have her in the band.
Nice.
You know, add that like texture for sure. Like
It really does add
to the
another
flute.
element to it. So speaking of, so the All Pulp No Fiction is the project. It's out now, and it's your first project as a group, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what went into the making of that? How long did it take?
yeah. So I think we recorded it all in one day as like a band. And then I think I went and like separately recorded my vocals. Like I recorded that day, but then I like separately re-recorded because you need to be like in a different like setting for vocals. But yeah, it was like one day at FTG and David from Intentional Sound recorded us.
Shout out
But
David.
yeah, it was definitely
You
like
know
a long
David?
process.
Yeah, he does the sound for our events.
He's my buddy.
Yeah.
We're in a
Nice.
band
So
together,
beautiful.
Oh, nice.
Ceramic.
Ceramic. Shout out to
Ceramic.
Ceramic.
Shout out.
No, but it's really cool because it does feel like a music community for sure. And yeah, it was definitely a long, tedious process, but I think it was super worth it. I know we all had like work that day, so it was like we worked like our regular jobs, and we went and like recorded for 5 hours, like.
Dang.
But that's how you know that we're about it, and that's why I'm really thankful to have like, such down people in the band to be a part of this, because music is beautiful. It's a ceremony, and I'm just thankful that I have the privilege of sharing this art, with such amazing people. So yeah.
And it's not easy to find people that are as passionate about something as you are. And I know it took you a while to kind of get to this point. So congrats on all of you for getting together.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure. And I want to point out too, like I think when we had like I was like looking for the band or whatever, that's the big point of like wanting to work with people who have not the same mindset, right? Because it's good to have people who like you can find a middle ground with, but they definitely were like allies in a lot of stuff that I believed in, and I definitely am a supporter of them and the stuff that they do, and that's a big reason like why we are a band, because it takes a certain like type of person to like get down with the stuff that I'm saying in my music, and it takes another person to like understand it and be able to convey it in their own musical way. So shout out to y'all.
So what is each of you guys' favorite song to perform live?
Oh my god, that's hard. That's really hard.
That is really hard.
I think right now for me, it's Quite Like Me. That one's a workout for me on drums. I like how aggressive the song is in general. Just how aggressive and raw it is, and the lyrics are really nice. Very empowering. I don't listen to too much music where I'm like feeling empowered. I'm usually like, listen to music that's making me depressed.
Yeah.
So that's nice. But yeah, that song is super fun to play on drums just because it's a whole ass workout.
And that version that's on All Pulp No Fiction is like vicious and like powerful. That rawness really translates into that recording. So that's a great job.
Thank you.
What about the rest of you?
For me, it's a toss-up between Not Exotic and Doll in a Dream. Those I just have a blast and a half. Like, it's way too much fun. Because, I don't know, like, I don't get to go ham too often on the fucking flute. So, it's nice to be a little bit loud and a little bit crunchy.
Yeah.
And yeah, but then also, again, like, being able, like, I don't know, it's so cool, like, because Frosty is such a poet, and I, like, it's wild to me that I get to, like, perform and, like, have these words coming at me all, like, around and be able to support that with my sound.
Yeah.
And it's, like, there's nothing like it. Like, being in a band is just fucking fun. And during those two songs specifically, like, it's a great time.
That's dope.
Would recommend.
Yeah. Would recommend.
I love the flutters that you do in Not Exotic.
Yep.
Everyone will
Appreciate
most likely
that.
see it after our performance, but it's that has to be my favorite one. All the elements that everyone's bringing into the table is just like, this big old stew is just chef kiss.
It's great.
Soup brother.
Yeah. But I honestly feel like it's our ancestors just like coming all together and bringing it into our stage and performance and coming out of resonating in our instruments and voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So speaking of ancestry and stuff, what is why did you release it on Indigenous Peoples Day? I mean, it's obvious once you listen to it, but I just want to speak on that a little bit.
Yeah, no, so I released it, or I chose to release it on Indigenous Peoples Day because I wanted to present this music as like an offering to our ancestors, you know, and I think they can feel it, you know, they can hear it wherever they are, you know, and like I just want to make them proud. And for Not Exotic specifically, I really tapped into my ancestors to write from that perspective in that song. And I'm in a band with like predominantly like Indigenous brown people, you know, like from different places, you know. We got the homie Val's Peruvian, Nicole's Filipina, and Robin is
Chinese and Vietnamese.
Chinese and Vietnamese. But yeah, and like I just wanted to honor them because I know it's difficult for women to be in music historically. So the fact that we're all out here doing it despite all the obstacles that, you know, we've overcome in our life and our ancestors' lives. So yeah, that's why we decided to release it on Indigenous Peoples Day.
Yeah, we're all coming from somewhere.
Yeah.
So like this music just kind of helps you guide you to that roots of within yourself.
I do. It does feel like that. When I feel like that, I'm like, yeah, like I connect with that. You know, it makes me feel powerful. So are you performing live soon?
Yeah, we have a show coming up on the 21st at the Boiler Room in Inglewood, and I think we're on at
It's like around 10-ish. Yeah. Yeah.
And Gucci Mar's on that lineup too, right?
Yeah, Gucci Mar.
Yes. Yeah.
So lastly, before we get to the performance, what are your goals for the rest of the year? I mean, you've already accomplished so much. You've already done so many cool gigs. What's next?
So right now, as a band, we got a couple like more visuals coming, and we did secure funding for our first music video, so we got that in the works too. But I do want to acknowledge, you know, like wherever I go and I perform, I try to give land acknowledgements before I perform Not Exotic. So shout out to the Tongva and Oshaman tribes here, whose land I was born and raised on. But yeah, with that being said, October 21st, our next show is in Inglewood at the Boiler Room.
Nice.
And yeah, we try to represent like wherever we go in different places, like our ancestors and like where we come from. So yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so look out for a music video
Nice.
coming out soon.
Yes, where we definitely tap into like our ancestors, and yeah, we're gonna get some visuals for that in the
Nice.
future.
Well, thank you all for being here. We're excited for you to perform, and let's get to do that. Right? You guys ready?
Yeah, let's go. Thank you so much.